Hello everyone, this is Asan Ali in front of you. I am MSc Metallurgy and Materials Engineer, and I recently have done CSWIP 3.2.2, and I had a plan to make videos for the Senior Welding Inspection course, but unfortunately during my exam I was so much busy. So now I'm free. I have passed the exam of CSWIP 3.2.2, and I want to help many other people who have faced so many difficulties to find any such video on YouTube channel. So here we are. This is the official book of Senior Welding Inspection, CSWIP 3.2. There are some course contents. There are different course subjects there: QA/QC, destructive testing, heat treatments, welding procedures, welding dissimilar, residual stress and distortion, weldability, weld fractures, welding symbols, non-destructive testing, welding consumables, weld repairs, and there are different portions of weld repairs. The most important topics are destructive testing, heat treatments, welding dissimilar also, residual stress and distortion, weldability, weld fracture. All of these are important, but some of them are not so much important. I will let you know when I will go through all of the course with you. So if we talk about the exam, there are different parts of the exam. Part 1 is the general exam, which contains 30 questions, and it is a 45 minute exam, and you need to perform 70% marks in each of these parts. So the first part is general, which is a multiple choice exam. This general part is not as much easy as it was in CSWIP 3.1, as I have also done 3.1 initially in 2016, but the general exam of 3.1 was so much easy. But this general exam is not as easy as it was in 3.1, so you need to prepare well for this general exam, because it is pretty tough, and you need to clear your ideas and your concepts regarding all of the subject topics. Okay. uh, for scenario and multiple choice questions, there are 60 questions. The most toughest part of the exam is this scenario exam. You need to perform also, you need to obtain 70% marks in this scenario exam. This is a very tough part of your exam. Most of the people fails in this part of CSWIP 3.2. Okay, so the thing I am going to tell you for this scenario exam is that you need to memorize most of the things in your given specs. There will be a book given to you during exam, and also in your before exam in your preparation classes by TWI. You need to memorize it, each and everything. You need to know that which page contains your answer. For example, if you find a question in your exam that is a open book exam. Firstly, I need to tell you that there are 60 questions, and approximately I got 15 questions from the specification. That was actually the open book. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, because there are only 150 minutes for this part, and this is the most toughest part because the question takes so much time. So if you will memorize the things in your scenario exam, then obviously you will find the answers quickly for that scenario, for that specification questions, and you can manage your time for the other questions which are pretty tough. So that's why I'm telling you that you need to memorize most of the things, most of the important things in your of your specifications before your exam. Okay, so you will get about approximately 10 to 15 questions, maybe more than that, from that specification, and the other 45 questions will be from 4 to 5 chapters of this book. Okay, but that questions will not be pretty simple. That may be a situation, that may be a Google question, but if your concepts will be clear, if your concepts are clear on the topic, then I think that you can manage your questions. And there, for the third part, there is entity reports. Okay, there will be 4 reports given to you, and each report will contain approximately 10 questions, and most of the questions will be from the specification. So again, I'm going to tell you that you need to memorize your entity portion also from the specification to deal with this part also, because approximately you will get 70% questions of this part 3 entity reports part from your from your specification, and the 30 to 40% questions from all these 40 questions you will get from your given reports. Reports will be given to you during exam from DBT, MT, RT, and UT. So you will get about approximately 30 to 40% questions from that reports, and the remaining questions will be your specifications. So if you will memorize your entity portion from that specification, that it would also help you in to manage your time during exam. Okay, so for the fourth part, it is also a pretty tough, the interpretation of weld symbols. Weld symbol using a drawing, 10 questions. You need to obtain 70% marks. So it means that from 10 you need to be perform approximately 7 questions correct to pass this part of the exam. So in this part, I in my exam, I got so many mistakes in my given options and symbols. So you need to eliminate that also. You need to eliminate that specific options, so you can finalize what is the correct answer. Was the right strategy for me to analyze this part of the paper. So it is pretty simple, not so much tough, but you need to practice from the book also. The back questions will also help you the in this book also. So it is a 30 minutes part, but you can easily get this done by 15 minutes approximately. So if you talk about the other portion of RT, then for the RT there will be a part which contains approximately 20 MCQs questions. That MCQs questions will be entity based, and that entity will not only be from this book only, but it will also contain, you need to prepare yourself from entity level 2 book, PCN level 2 book, right? And then you need to memorize things from SB section 5 entity portion. Okay, so only RT portion. Okay, you need to memorize, but you need to clarify your concepts only. Okay, so next you need to memorize things from the entity portion of CSWIP 3.1 book also, and CSWIP 3.2 book also. Okay, for this portion of your exam. So the last part RT will contain about the general about MCQs, which is I already told you that it will contain about approximately 20 questions, and you need to perform. You need to get done 70% questions right to get past this portion. Okay. The next part is your um, uh, 5 questions will be from your sensitivity, and then 5 questions will be from your density. Okay, you will be given a densitometer, and you need to get readings from you. I will let you know when we get there how you need to get readings from densitometer in by given strip during the exam. And 10 questions it will be from 5 from sensitivity and 5 from density. So you need to be to obtain 7 questions right to pass this portion of your art exam. So the next and final part of your exam will be the interpretation exam. There will be 6 films in your exam. Most of the films will be Ferris, but you need to recheck during your exam by the reports given to you that the given film is of ferrous material. And the more specific thing, yeah, that you need to memorize is that the welding process that is used in the report, it will be written in your report. For example, you will be given 4 reports or 6 reports, sorry, and 6 films also. Okay, so there will be marking on the film and marking on the on your report also. For example, if it is your part A or A film or A report, then A report you need to check from your report that which welding process is used for this interpretation. Okay, for example, if it is given GTW or SMAW or combined, so you need to eliminate much of the welding defects, much of your welding defects from much of your welding defects during your interpretation. For example, uh, if GTW is there, then silica tungsten inclusion may be there. So you need to think about it, that which process will contain which type of defects. Okay, so it will help you out. So in the 6 films you need to write most of the important things, important defects. The defects, I got so many defects. There was 1 or 2 films for so much stuff. And one tip I want to give you, that if you find any crack in your exam, in your film, then don't say that it is a crack. You must say that it is susceptible to crack, to it is susceptible that it is crack. And further clarification should be done with UT. Okay, you can say that further can be done by UT. Because sometimes in my exam there was about 1 star crack was there. It was clear that it is a star crack, but I did not write exactly that it is a star crack, because you know that in RT you mostly can see the 3D defects, for example slag and something like that. But planar defects can be analyzed, but not as specific and clear as that of in UT. So that's why I wrote that is susceptible to crack, and further clarification can be done by UT. So these are the things, important things, and I will let you know with the passage of time with my upcoming video. This was the portion of all of the sections. So we will start in our next video. So thank you for this video. Allah Hafiz.